Friends can add so much to your life, but Missy Avila's friends took her life. Hello, my miracles, and welcome to another episode of Coffee and Crime, episode 66, Jealousy. So grab your coffee and let's talk some crime. On October 1st, 1985, 17-year-old Michelle Avila, better known as Missy, came to her mother and told her she was going out with one of her best friends, Laura Doyle. Missy climbed into Laura's car and they left. 4 hours later, Laura called Missy's mother and asked to speak with Missy. Her mother told Laura she thought she was with her. Laura then proceeded to tell Missy's mother that she dropped her friend off with 3 boys driving a blue Camaro. And after getting gas, Laura returned to the spot, but Missy and the 3 boys were nowhere to be found. Then on October 4th, Missy's body was found. She was face down in a stream in a national forest. Her waist-length hair had been pulled out in clumps, and a 4-foot log was found on top of her body. She had been drowned in 6 inches of water. What happened to Missy? Who had done this horrific thing? Laura and another of Missy's friends, Karen Severson, consoled Missy's mother as best as they could. Karen even moved into Missy's home to console her mother and to become a surrogate daughter. During that time, Karen seemed obsessed with Missy's murder, visiting the scene of the crime and also telling Missy's mother that she had seen Missy's ghost. Police were dumbfounded. They had no leads, and the case soon went cold. In 1988, it was soon discovered that Missy's best friends, Karen Severson and Laura Doyle, were the murderers. Another teen, Ava Chirambolo, had been there that night. She came forward and told the police about the murder. According to prosecutors, Karen and Laura lured Missy to the creek and then began yelling at her, accusing her of sleeping with their boyfriends. Laura and Karen would then take Missy and hold her face down in 6 inches of water. And to make sure she would die, they placed a log weighing 100 pounds on her body. The 2 teens were arrested, and in March of 1990, they were convicted of second-degree murder. They were sentenced to 15 years to life. Ava Chirambola was not charged with any crime. Karen Severson would serve only 21.5 years. She was released in December 2011. Laura Doyle would serve 22 years and be released in December 2012. After her release, Karen began promoting a memoir about the crime and about her prison experience. She even made a deal to have a film produced. However, Missy's family sued Karen in 2015, seeking the profits of her sales. And because of this, the state of California passed Missy's Law, which requires entities who are helping publish works made by criminals to contact the families of the victims and said works. Since they were 8 years old, Missy, Karen, and Laura had been best friends. When high school came around, the 3 began to grow apart, which happens a lot. But this time, for some reason, Karen became jealous of Missy because Missy was attractive, popular, and kind. So in her jealousy, Karen started rumors about Missy, that she was sleeping around with various boys. Friends can be fickle. They can be jealous and they can be mean. And in this case, Karen and Laura's jealousy turned them into cold-blooded killers. They say to keep your friends close, but your enemies closer. But how or when do you know that your friends have turned into your enemies? Missy never realized until it was too late. I hope you enjoyed this episode of Coffee and Crime. If you did, click that like button. And if you're not a miracle and want to be, click that subscribe button and watch a miracle happen. I'm Miracle Girl for Coffee and Crime. I'll see you next time.